Whale believes that early retirement isn't reserved for the privileged few. It's the result of strategy, not luck. When people ask Whale how to retire before nearly everyone else, Whale always breaks it down into 3 clear actions: calculate the real numbers, manage the variables, and execute the plan. The concept is deceptively simple, but most never follow through. Whale starts every plan by identifying the truth behind the numbers. The question, "How much is enough?" sounds easy, but the answer has been buried under financial myths for decades. Schools never taught Whale about financial independence. They prepared Whale to be a reliable worker, not a free one. That's why Whale created a personal system, a mental compass for freedom. Whale estimates what life actually costs each month, then multiplies that figure by 300. This rule of 300 gives a freedom target, the amount Whale must accumulate to withdraw roughly 4% annually without running out of money. For example, if Whale spends $2,000 monthly, the target is $600,000. It's not perfect science. Inflation, market swings, and life itself will always intervene. But it's a starting point, a map instead of a fog. Once Whale has a destination, the real game begins, controlling the levers that determine how quickly that freedom arrives. Whale views money like a vehicle with 5 main controls: income, expenses, debt, investments, and tax. Mastering those controls allows Whale to steer toward freedom instead of financial fatigue. The first lever is income. When Whale boosts earnings, everything accelerates. But income only grows when Whale delivers value. That means developing skills, sales, communication, marketing, coding, anything that makes Whale harder to replace. To earn more, Whale must be worth more. Then come expenses. Whale trims them like useless weight on a racing car. Not by cutting the coffee that brings joy, but by eliminating what doesn't matter. Whale even rewires large expenses through strategies like renting part of a home, sharing transportation costs, or buying pre-owned assets that hold value. Every unnecessary payment is a parachute slowing the car. Next is debt. Whale treats it as a tool, not a trap. Debt can multiply wealth when used to purchase income-producing assets, but it can destroy stability when used for shiny distractions. Whale borrows carefully, keeps a strong credit record, and ensures money flows toward growth. Never waste. From there, Whale invests. The power of compounding is the closest thing to time travel Whale has discovered. By placing capital in diversified, long-term investments, Whale lets time and consistency build momentum. Finally, Whale minimizes taxes legally through retirement accounts, deductions, and efficient planning, because leaked money can't fund freedom. Once Whale understands the numbers and masters those levers, the execution phase begins. Plans don't work without action. To stay sharp, Whale follows 3 habits. First, Whale develops an obsession with return on investment. Every dollar Whale spends must create value, either financial gain or meaningful skill. If Whale buys a laptop, it must increase productivity or open new opportunities. Second, Whale measures progress monthly. Whale tracks targets, compares results, and shares them with a trusted accountability partner. When Whale does this, consistency becomes automatic. Third, Whale stays intentionally cash poor. By keeping little idle money in the bank and channeling most into investments, Whale avoids complacency. This mindset forces creativity and persistence. Finally, Whale redefines retirement. For Whale, it's not about quitting work. It's about having choice. Whale prefers lifelong retirement, where every project stems from interest, not obligation. Work becomes a passion, not a necessity. Freedom, Whale believes, is earned by design. By following these steps, anyone can live on their own terms long before the world expects them to stop working.